Hi, Vintage Stereo Buff here. Today I'm going to look at my Audioromy 808 model amplifier, find out what's wrong with it. Excuse my hair, I haven't had a haircut since February. Here it is. My problem is that the other day one of these tubes red plated. I don't know why. It had done it before. It red plated, and so I shut it off, and I think I know what's wrong with it because I've had a similar problem with the other channel before. I think a capacitor is messed up in here, so I'm going to turn it over and look inside. I'll move this over here. You can see. Take a couple of screws out. And here we have the problem. See these capacitors here? This one here, this one I replaced a year or two ago. It got all puffed up and bad. And the other tube here red plated. Now you look over here on this side. This one here is all puffed out on top. This cap is bad. You can see a little bit of dark places on these two where they've been hot. And as you can see, these two resistors here are just colored. They should be the same as these two right here. And over here you can see the discolored ones on this tube from the last time that the left channel messed up. These and these all should be the same. And you can see they have some, they're burnt somewhat, and I don't know, there may be a little problem there. But I do have the caps to replace these. I'll go ahead and replace this and see if it works. And I'll get my soldering gun out and get ready to take things apart. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm going to take this cap out. I don't normally use a soldering gun on these things, but just to remove these parts I'm going to do it because it heats up a lot quicker. I don't use this to resolder anything, but for unsoldering parts it works a little quicker. Okay, I got that much out. Okay, should be ready to solder this cap back in. Okay, looks like that's it. Now all I have to do is get a little epoxy and put underneath it and tack it down. I'll get back in a minute. Okay, now I got me some epoxy mixed up. Let's stick underneath this cap. Try to stick it to the bottom. Okay. Okay, I guess after that dries a few hours, should be okay. See, here's the one I replaced. Got it soldered back. That joint doesn't look too pretty. I might touch it up a little, but it's good electrically. And I think I'll leave everything else alone. These resistors that look darkened, I tested the values of them and they're still good, so I'm just going to leave them alone. I have some to replace them, but I'm not going to do it since those measure right. Anyway, after this dries, I'll hook the amp back up and hook it to some speakers in the O-scope and test it. I'll be back. Okay, well, I got it all put back together, the bottom put on, and I got it hooked up to the subwoofer, dual coil subwoofer, both channels, and I'm just going to O-scope the right channel, the one that I worked on. I know the other one works fine, but I'll turn this test tone on. And as you can see, working fine. And if I switch it over to my other channel, you'll see it reads right about the same on the meter. So everything's working fine. Turn off my tone, my amp. Okay, got it fixed.